Yo, what's good, Hermosas and Hermanos? We are back in Thailand, and today I want to make a video about assuming total responsibility. And the reason I'm making this video is because, yeah, I know it's hard to get in this game. I know sales is very cutthroat. I know appointment setting is very cutthroat, and it's only gonna grow. It's just how it is. Everyone's talking about the latest trend being this. You've got to get into remote setting, closing, etc. I get it. And that's why I make these videos for you. That's why I make the content and help you out on IG or just even DMs. So I want to make this video though because there's just certain people who lack the ability to take responsibility, or they lack the ability to be proactive. Because with all the info out there, because some people will come to me and they'll ask like, oh, how do I find a position? How do I land a position? Well, first of all, I appreciate you asking that question, but have you gone through my YouTube videos, for example? Have you done some research? Have you gone through to watch other people's YouTube videos? Have you watched our free training, which I can link in the description below? Have you asked for help with other people who are in the space? And have they given you the answers? And have you, most importantly, have you implemented those answers? Have you implemented those teachings? Because if you haven't done any of those things, then do not be surprised that you haven't landed a position yet, or do not be surprised that you haven't made your first few commissions yet. Again, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. But the problem is with most people who start out, and don't worry, because I was the same too, but you gotta just nip it in the bud. You gotta realize, look, you can ask all the questions you want. You can be that guy who just asks questions all day, but if you're the one who's not taking action or taking the least action, then that's a big problem. So you gotta really just sit down and think, okay, am I this person? Am I actually being this person? And if you are, then you're gonna fix it. There's no other way around it. You just need to, and if you're not taking action because of a couple of reasons, you don't want to fail, you don't want to mess this up, you don't want to embarrass yourself in front of other people, you don't want to waste time. That's all BS at the end of the day. Because what's actually going to solve all these problems is action itself. You're going to fail in these, like I made like my last video, for example. What do you do if you're scared of taking your first sales call? You've got to accept the fact that you're not going to be very good in these first few sales calls. But how do you fix that? How do you actually fix that? You actually go and take the first few sales calls. So you get over that. You can learn from your failures. You can learn, you can learn different lessons and then switch things up next time. All of it boils down to action. Like, you're gonna have to do it sooner or later. Whether you wanna delay the decision or not, you're gonna have to do it eventually. If you really say you want this, then you're gonna have to do it eventually. It's just a matter of what do you wanna mess up now? Or do you wanna mess up 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now? It's gonna happen either way. So there's no reason for you to not be taking ruthless action. You just gotta kind of remove your emotions out of it and take ruthless action, and then come back like 2-3 weeks, reflect on the data, and then adjust accordingly. Almost got to be a robot about it. So going back to the topic of assuming responsibility and being proactive, it's like people will come to me, they'll say, hey, and this is another example. Hey, I'm trying to look for positions online on Facebook. Okay, that's a step up from the last couple questions. Okay, cool. I've been trying to look for positions, but just no luck. And then I asked them, okay, well, how many people did you reach out to? How many people do you reach out to per day? And they say 5. Motherfucker, you're not gonna get a position by doing 5 outreaches per day. It's like, what did you kind of just brought this onto yourself, almost. It's 5 a day. There are people doing 20 to 30 pieces of outreach per day, and they have the position that you want, and you wonder why you're still stuck. Well, that's why. So you need to be hammering the outreach. You need to be doing 20, 30, 40 a day. And if one platform's not working, you need to go to the next platform. Okay, IG's not work. Facebook's not working. This is one I get a lot. Facebook groups, they don't work. It's very scammy. Okay, then go to Instagram. So optimize your profile, and then start doing Instagram outreach. Start hitting up these people, these coaches, consultants. You can literally look up on the search bar, coaches or consultants. And then some people will rank as SEO. You go into that person's profile, you hit them up, That's one person. You go click the drop down arrow next to their name, and then it comes out with 10 to 20 to 30 more related coaches. Those are free leads right there. That took 5 seconds. And you're gonna come to me and complain that you haven't found a position yet. So yeah, it kind of just frustrates me really. Like, again, nothing wrong with asking questions, but if you aren't taking the sufficient action required, then why come to me? Why are you surprised? Like, it took me when I was running my coaching business back in the day, my own coaching business. I'm not appointment setting, no sales. Like, this is my own thing. Back in the day when I was still in uni, it took me 4 months. It took me 4 months to get to 1 call a day, to be booking 1 call a day, because that's how I was a slow starter with appointment setting. Believe it or not, I was such a slow starter. It took me 4 months for appointment setting to finally click. But that would have taken even longer if I didn't hammer out the volume, if I wasn't reaching out to 20 to 30 people every single day and clearing my inbox. So if you think you're doing enough, probably not, I'm gonna be honest. There are people out there who are hungrier than you, younger than you, and are just setting way more outreach than you. So take responsibility, be more proactive. And then what's the third topic? About the commissions. Okay, so you landed a position, you got in the interview, which is great. And then the last thing is, okay, how do I make more commissions, stuff like that. Go through my YouTube videos, go through other people's YouTube videos, take free trainings, implement, and then see what happens. And then if, like, the people I respect the most are the people who've actually gone out there, done the work. You know, maybe they fucked up a couple times, they've taken action though, and they come back to me and they come back to me with a specific scenario, and then I'll be more than happy to help. Like, if you have a specific conversation or you keep running into a specific problem and you've tried every and any way to try and fix it, then I respect that. So for example, like, I keep getting this objection when I'm doing sales. Okay, cool, fine. Make sure you watch this video, try and handle it accordingly, and then come back to me. Do like 20 to 30 more calls with that objection handle, and then come back to me and see what happens, right? Don't be the person who's like, oh, I've done like 2 days of appointment setting, and I'm not booking any calls. Okay, come on, dude. You got to realize why. You got to figure out why. First of all, 2 days is not enough. Unless you were hitting like 100 DMs, 200 DMs a day, then it's not enough. But I think I'm blabbering on now. You get the point. Take responsibility. Take action. You know, be proactive. Seek out the answers. Seek out the answers for yourself first, and then do not just expect it to be handed to you on a silver platter, because this is not the way the world works anymore. Yes, things are easier nowadays, and things are, there are more opportunities than ever, but it's still not a case of having things handed to you on a silver platter. You lot have it easier than most people, right? Like, there are people out here, third world countries, they're trying to get into appointment setting, and they've saved up their entire life savings for a phone, for a laptop, and they're doing it, they're crushing it, right? I know I had this one-on-one consultation a while back with this kid from India. He was like my age, and he did 2 to 3K first month in commissions, and he's from India. And you can't even do that from a first world country. So that's your competition as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, share this with someone who needs it. And I will see you in the next one.